Welcome back, everyone. I admit that it's been a couple of days since I last recorded. A lot of stuff got in my way, from school to issues with the game and all that, but I'm back now, and recording seems to be going swimmingly, which is awesome. Right, so let's just continue on towards Helgen. As I said, Jakar was going to go to Helgen for just to see if these rumors of dragons over this way are true. I mean, he's kind of scared, but he feels like he needs to at least investigate what's going on here at Helgen. Um, just for the good of the people of Skyrim. And he feels like he needs to be brave for everyone. If only just to prove himself, more than just a simple thief, and really, a lot of you might say he's already done that. He's helped a lot of people already, but he doesn't really feel like his work will ever be done, that he'll ever atone for every crime in his past, and that he'll just have to keep working through everything, working through and how do I phrase this? I've been phrasing it weirdly. Like, he feels like he needs to help everyone he possibly can for the rest of his life, and he's gonna try and do that, basically. And he just feels like Skyrim. He doesn't really know what it is, but he has this strong feeling that Skyrim is the place where he's supposed to meet his destiny. Doesn't know exactly what it is? No. Most players of the game will probably know what it is. And yes, I will be doing the main quest. Oh, holy gods! Oh no. It's true. Okay. This place has been completely destroyed by that thing. Gods. Where did it fly off to? It flew off towards the north, and according to my map, that there's another settlement up here, Riverwood. Man, colds suck. And they're probably pretty annoying for you guys when I cough every 2 seconds. I'm getting over it. I don't really feel sick anymore, but obviously, cough is still there. It should be wearing off a little bit because I took some Dayquil, but, it might not anyway, but anyway. Right, yeah, Jakar feels like he needs to get a move on to Riverwood. He feels like that place must be in grave danger now. It's the closest village, and the dragon flew off in that direction. So yes, in this scenario, Helgen was just destroyed, let's say. I know that doesn't really fit with what everyone's been talking about in the game, but it only makes sense that the dragon would appear there and fly off north if it was just destroyed this in-game day. On the, what date is it? On the 25th of Hearthfire, sometime earlier in the day. It's about 4 p.m. And Jakar will remember this day as, well, the events that are about to happen if I get to Riverwood quick enough are, just leading him towards what he'll ultimately believe is at least part of his destiny. He really believes that his ultimate destiny, and always will believe that his ultimate destiny is to help people. But,
I've been hunting
hello,
and fishing in
madam?
these parts for years.
That's good for you. Do you have any fresh game or
Have a
pelts
look.
for me? I shall buy it off you if you do. Let me see. Yeah, I think he... I mean, some of this stuff's pretty darn expensive, but he's got almost 4,000 gold, But I was going to save it to see if he can, make use of that crafting system mod I have installed to, get some temper his weapons, maybe get some better armor, perhaps. So I'm gonna save up my money to buy materials and the services from the smiths. But firstly, I'm trying to think. I mean, pelts will be useful. Pelts are useful as heck for Frostfall. You can craft almost everything you need with Frostfall. It requires a pelt, so the way I worded that last sentence made no sense. But anyway, I'm still a little loopy from being sick, and in the last episode, while I was editing the last part, I realized that I really seemed out of it. So I apologize for that. But anyway, he's gonna buy the meat and some salt because I'm eventually going to do a bit of cooking with Jakar, and then bear pelts. He feels like he's confident enough to gather his own pelts, but he'll buy the meat and the salt from her. And speaking of gathering his own pelt, I wonder if he could get this fox. Practice his archery a little bit. It's running straight away from him. Yeah, missed there. Well, Jakar's general motto is if the first or second shot doesn't hit the animal, then Kinnereth does not wish them to die. Because he believes strongly in Kinnereth and that she keeps the balance of nature, as well as Mara and Debella, and he believes in their doctrines and their influences over the world, but not as much the other divines as those three. Those three, Jakar believes, are the most prominent divines in what they do and accomplish in the world. I mean, I've explained about this before, but I was just kind of thinking about why Jakar is, a patron of Mara, Debella, Kinnereth, not really any of the other divines, So, oh yeah, so that cough was because Jakar's a bit thirsty, and so he's going to take a swig from his water skin, and now he's cool. Now, he shouldn't be this tired. Wait, where am I going? Oh, yes, I'm going randomly off a side path for some strange reason. But yeah, he is going to try and, as soon as he possibly can, get to Riverwood and warn them. Oh, a white fox. Their pelts are very rare, and I think we might see if we can get this one here. Haha! Well, it seems Kinnereth allowed that animal to be hunted by me. Thank you, Kinnereth, for all the animals you have let me slay so that I can survive. He really does believe that Kinnereth controls all things in nature, from whether people, hunt successfully, as I said, or, and also whether animals hunt successfully, everything that goes on with the environment that humans don't control, at the very least, so, that's really what I believe, Jakar believes. I mean, that Kinnereth's sphere is just, she lords over nature and keeps the balance of it and everything. I'll talk about Mara and Debelle in a little bit later here and what he believes about them, but he has very strong belief in all three of those divines, as I said. Right, here's Riverwood. Now, he's going to try to find just someone that looks semi-important around here, just anyone. Maybe he could go at the inn.
What are you staring at?
Nothing, sir. I'll be on my
All
way.
right, then.
There are many rude people here in Skyrim. What's the point?
Nobody
Hello, madam.
believes, but I tell you, I saw a dragon.
I did as well. They should believe you, for it is true. So she is the only one who saw the dragon flying this way. An old woman. Hello,
Ain't
Smith.
every day we get visitors in Riverwood.
What can you tell me about this place? Who's in charge here?
This family first settled here as woodcutters a few generations ago. She
So they're in
and
charge
Hod
here?
run the mill. I make
I
a
see.
decent living sharpening axes and fixing the sawmill.
Alright, then it seems I shall have to talk to this Gutterder woman. So, let's see. So, could you just make him what? That's a bit strange. It just exited.
Whatever
Oh,
you
there we
need.
go.
Why, you
Alright,
see
so,
your blades, helmets,
what the
pretty
what?
much
Okay.
anything to suit your
This
needs.
is a bit of
You
a
looking for
glitch,
new
it looks
blade?
like. Okay, let's try this again. I didn't order any items. Okay, this thing might be bugged. I didn't order anything. Okay, I'll have to think of how that system works, and I hope that it's not bugged. But I'll try different smiths later on and see if I can get that to work. Because it looked like it took a long time for the menu to pop up. So it might not be bugged, just kind of slow. Anyway. Hello, sir. Hello? Not in the mood for talking today, eh? This woman's working around the mill. Is she
They
Gerder?
say the
Hello?
college has been snooping around Sartal. Mages in the burial pit. No good can come of that.
I see. Your name is Gerder. What can you tell me about this
My
town?
mill. Some folks thinks it's my town too, but it ain't. The Jarl in Whiterun owns the land and the town. I just pay the taxes.
I was hoping that some of the dialogue pertaining to you, like, you know, we need you to go and seek out, Whiterun, the Jarl of Whiterun, and, you know, tell him about this. Let's just say that that conversation that normally happens when you get to Riverwood happened. And I told her that there was a dragon coming this way. I saw a dragon come this way. It destroyed Helgen. And she said, well, if that's true, you need to tell the Jarl about this. He needs to send men down here. So, Jakar thinks this is utterly and completely the most urgent thing ever. More urgent than his hunger, although it's probably a good idea to eat anyway. Speaking of eating, you know what? I am going to stop by the inn here because I don't have much food, and I have to make sure Animlaw has food as well, because part of I need is that they need to eat as well, and they automatically do so when they need to if they have food in their inventory. So, first off, let's check and see how much food Animlaw has left in her inventory. Let me see. I need to try some things with you. And she has one raw rabbit leg left, so I definitely need to buy both of us quite a bit of food, especially Animal. So I'm just going to see if I can buy out Orgnar's inventory or something like that, because, okay, maybe not buy it out, he has lots, but, okay, so filter it by food, and not really buy any alcohol, that's not what we're looking for. Bread is always good, chicken breast, leg of goat roast, a meat pie, venison chop. Oh, I can buy a filled water skin. I guess it would be useful to have a second water skin. Oh wait, I think you have to give your companions water skins now that I think of it. And they drink from those. Yeah, I'm gonna buy that. I don't really remember if that's the case, but it might be. Yeah, so there really ain't much food to buy here. That really is everything that's all that much useful. We'll buy the tomato, I guess. Also, let's say Orgnar tells him the general store next door also has some food on, and Jakar thanks him and goes and sees if he can procure some more food from there, because he is not going to stop tonight. Actually, he might. He is pretty I don't know. I mean, I am going to see if I can buy some food from the Riverwood. Oh, actually, do I really want to? Because there's a quest that happens here. You know what? We might actually be staying in Riverwood for a while.
We are done talking about this.
Jakar wouldn't pass this up. I was really expecting to pass right the frick on through to Whiterun, but he's tired, and there's this quest, and you guys know what I'm talking about in a second. And this is really the event that's going to spiral things into realizing who Jakar realizing who he really is. So anyway,
I don't know what you overheard,
eventually
but
at least.
the Riverwood Trader is still open. Feel free to shop.
I heard you arguing with that woman there. Did something happen?
We did have a bit of a break-in. We still have plenty to sell. Robbers were only after one thing. An ornament. Solid gold in the shape of a dragon's claw.
Well, if it is a stolen item, I like to think I make a living out of helping people procure stolen items and similar noble deeds. I could help you get the claw back. Just tell me where these thieves are hiding out. Animlaw and I are quite competent at fighting brigands.
I've got some coin coming in from my last shipment. It's yours if you bring my claw back. Now, if
Thank you.
To get those thieves, you should head to Bleak Falls Barrow, northeast of town.
Wait,
Yes.
Barrow, as
So
in
now you
Nordic
don't have to
ruin.
go, do you?
Gods.
Oh, really?
Well,
I think your new
it's a
helper
good
did
place
for that.
for bandits to hide out if they can kill the
No,
Taraka.
by the 8, fine,
Well-
but only to the edge of town.
Alright, show me where it is, and then I think I have to rent a room. Yeah, we're going to be spending a bit more time in and around Riverwood than I originally thought, because really I forgot that as soon as you walk in the general store, something happens that, to be honest, Jakar wouldn't ignore an argument like that, so
can see it from
And he
here,
also
though.
would want to
The
help these
mountain
people.
just over the buildings.
So it looks like we're going to be doing the vanilla beginning quests of the game way later than the beginning of the game. Which I really like doing these a little bit later on, because really if you do the first few quests within a few hours, like really the game intends you to do, I mean, it just makes more sense for Jakar that he came to Skyrim to find a purpose, and in Skyrim, after being in Skyrim for several months, he then finds what he really feels like is part of his destiny. And you guys probably know exactly what I'm talking about right now. And I do realize that I use foreshadowing and really, you know, metagaming and spoiler type stuff a lot to tell my story, but I'm just really just thinking out loud basically about how Jakar might react to this stuff before it happens. It give me a better idea to roleplay it, and also I think I've done a pretty good job of being vague enough. But to be honest, I mean, most of you guys have probably known what, like, everything I've been talking about.
This is the bridge.
And I know I've been talking...
The path up the mountain to the northwest leads to Bleak Falls Barrow. I guess I should get back to my brother. He'll throw a fit if I take too long. Such a child.
Alright. So the path through the mountains to the west, it leads to Bleak Falls Barrow. Thank you. I shall go there tomorrow. Tell your brother that by tomorrow evening he should have his claw back, alright? Now, as I was saying, I was talking over Camilla there. It's just I've heard that dialogue so many times, because I've restarted this game so many times, that I just automatically ignore what she's saying there when I walk up to there with her. But I do it simply because it makes sense that my character wouldn't know where Bleak Falls Barrow is. So anyway, no matter who my character is, because I always play people that aren't from Skyrim. And I also, as a general rule, do not play Nords. Hell, I don't play humans in these games most of the time. I'm trying to remember where the inn is. There it is. Yeah, I have a thing about I do not like playing humans in fantasy games, or really any game that allows you to play, you know, beast races, or really just races that aren't humans, like elves. I usually go for elves. If there are cat people, I go for them because cats are amazing. And come on, the Khajiit are just really glorious looking. I love the design of the Khajiit in this game. The design of the Khajiit, and frankly, characters in general in Oblivion, are annoying. I wish I didn't talk over Ann Law there, because that was probably hilarious. I really need to listen to her more. I actually feel like I want to load that. Okay, I'm going to load that autosave again because I didn't hear what she said, and I really feel like I should.
Yes? What are you staring
Nothing,
at?
sir.
Till next time.
Nothing. Gods. You are a rude man. Ah, there's a bard here. Quite a simple and well-known lute song. He may not have been...
I didn't know there was more being fought in the sleeping giant inn.
Yeah, she doesn't seem to like him either. I mean, Jakar, I assume, would have a lot of, you know, knowledge of lute songs, and that's a very simple one, he thinks. And he doesn't really think there's a lot of skill involved in playing that song. I don't know, he's just not really prejudiced about sort of lute playing, but literally, I think of it as the songs that bards play 99% of the time in these games as ones that are more simple, especially if you listen to some of the Become a Bard songs from the mod Become a Bard. I don't really know what I'm rambling about, and it doesn't even make sense to me, so let's just continue on here. I'm a bit loopy today, I don't know why. Hello?
You're that visitor been poking around.
May I rent a room,
Sure
my
thing.
lady?
It's yours for a day.
Thank you. And I really like how that the Inns and Taverns mod I have installed.
If there's anything else you need.
I will, thank you. I really
I'm
like that the Inns and Taverns mod I
It's my
have
business
installed
to keep
actually
track of
makes
strangers.
Orgnar show you to your room because Delphi is too lazy to do it. So at least they actually have some modicum of hospitality in here with mods, but not before them. You have shown me to my room and now you're just kind of standing here. Can you get out, please? I hate when this happens. It seems to
Give me a
drive
mug of ale.
99% of LPers crazy.
Coming
There
right
you
up.
go. Come on, get out of there. Okay, get in the mug of ale, Orgnar. Okay. Oh yeah, and also, step out the frickin' door, Orgnar. Either way, again, let's just assume for RP purposes that, Animala has enough corn to get her own room. What am I doing? I am
You've
having
had
a
more than
relax.
enough. Besides, you still haven't paid for the last one.
I'll find some coin for you, I always do.
Until then, I've no ale for you.
Thank you. Yeah, at least he doesn't permanently stay there. Oh, Animala? Animala? Hello? What are you... Oh, this is a bit awkward. I know this is just part of the system, but I don't really know how Jakar would react to this. She just kind of looks at him and then climbs in the bed, and he specifically told her that, I don't know what to do here. I really don't know. I'm confused. Jakar would just... See, I know this is based off of the, the AI package on the, on the relaxed thing, which just makes them just walk around randomly and use all objects, including beds. So, for RP purposes, let's just say she's not sleeping here. Okay, just make her get up. She's elsewhere in the inn right now for RP purposes, because I don't really want to roleplay. I refuse to roleplay her like specifically, purposely getting in Jakar's bed. That's just no. They're not. It's not that. No, they're just friends, and I'm freaking out too much about this, aren't I? Anyway, bright and early, 7 o'clock. He's gonna go to that tomb, kick some buttocks, some brigand buttocks, and he expects to also have to kick some Draugr buttocks from his previous ruin experiences, and he'd be correct on that assumption.